He has reached the stage of becoming world champion, the youngest in the history. But that apart, I think, as you very rightly said, the word ambassador. What a fantastic ambassador of Indian sport he is. And chess, unlike cricket, is watched in more than 200 countries, live, move for move, and also the commentary is in different languages. So people in India have no clue how popular Gukesh is beyond region, beyond languages, beyond religion, beyond the geographical, the area or whatever you call. It is absolutely remarkable, that achievement of his, and all at the age of 18.
Absolutely, and when we are looking at this particular age where you have players like Pragnananda, you have players like Vaishali and Gukesh, along with others, this is such a young generation, and this is probably the golden period of Indian chess. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely, Samad, no question about it. I mean, these kids, there was a time that we had 4 kids all under 20. That included Arjuna, that also had somebody like Nihal. So, Arjuna, Gukesh, all put together. Don't forget Ronak Sadhwani, he's just outside that bracket. These kids are terrific, and this is what I'm saying, that, chess for years, if you go and look at the Roll of Honor of Arjuna Award, I think between 2013 and for nearly 8 years or 9 years, they just ignored it. Reason? You will laugh at it. The reason was that they don't make the cut based on the point system made by the sports ministry. So after, I think, Abhijit Gupta, there was nobody till, I think it was Bhakti Kulkarni or somebody. They just ignored chess because it was a non-Olympic sport, and unless you take part in Olympics and Commonwealth Games and Asian Games, you don't get to make those points. So that was a ridiculous thing. So that's why I say, having seen the way the wheels turn, like backstage, the system has it is actually begging for reforms. For God's sake, somebody has to step in and say enough is enough. Let's make it clean and let's make it acceptable.
All right, Rakesh Rao, thank you very much for speaking to us and putting everything in perspective. It is indeed a great achievement, and for Manu Bhaker as well as Gukesh, along with the para-athlete Praveen Kumar and Harmanpreet Singh, the captain of the Indian hockey team. We'll be waiting for that particular ceremony, and we'll be getting you more from that ceremony that happens on the 17th now. But indeed, a great achievement there by Manu Bhaker, and as well as the rest of the winners there.
Of course, 32 names have been listed by the Sports Ministry. They've named 32 athletes, including 17 para-athletes for Arjuna Awards. Manu Bhaker, D Gukesh, Harmanpreet Singh as well as Praveen Kumar have been nominated to receive the major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna Award, and this has been confirmed. And of course, it was Manu Bhaker who won that double medal as far as the Paris Olympics is concerned, and D Gukesh there, the youngest world chess champion at 18, who won that chess champion last month. And Harmanpreet Singh led India's men's hockey team to their second consecutive bronze medal at the Paris Olympics 2024. Thank you so much, Osama, for getting us all those details. With that, we're slipping a short break. Back with a whole lot more. To stay with us.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola Edge 50 Pro, world's first AI-powered pro-grade camera.
Mahakumbh, a festival of faith, the world's biggest spiritual festival, the divine dip at the spiritual Sangam, a sacred confluence of faith, culture and heritage. NDTV's mega coverage of the Mega Fest. NDTV at Mahakumbh 2025.
2024, the year that was, when India welcomed Ram. When India decided,
मैं नरेंद्र दामोदर दास मोदी,
when Jammu and Kashmir turned a historic leaf,
as Chief Minister for the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir,
when India mourned, when India celebrated, when India protested, when India felt proud, when India scaled new highs, NDTV brought it all to you, your trusted news destination, yesterday, today and tomorrow.
In today's interconnected world, India's voice is more crucial than ever. When India speaks, the world listens. At NDTV World, we are that voice, bringing you intelligent and insightful news from India and beyond. From geopolitics and diplomacy to economic shifts, migrations, tech disruptions, and the stories of our diaspora. We cover the news that shapes our global future. NDTV World, your new home for global news is here.
I've been reporting on all issues big and small from Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, rest of South India, bringing you all the action, all that you need to know, all that you want to know.
The energy of Maximum City is infectious. I bring in that energy in our news coverage from financial capital Mumbai.
Covering from the southernmost part of India over the last 23 years, I bring in-depth and 360-degree coverage from the Dravidian heartland.
The land of Mishti is also known for its bitter politics. I have seen much water flow under the Howrah Bridge, covering Bengal in all its vivid colors.
Mahakumbh, a festival of faith, the world's biggest spiritual festival, the divine dip at the spiritual Sangam, a sacred confluence of faith, culture and heritage. NDTV's mega coverage of the mega fair.
Good afternoon, everyone. India's ace shooter Manu Bhaker will get that prestigious Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna award, and it's Mamata Banerjee versus Centre yet again, this time over infiltration. All that and more coming up. But first, the headlines. Khel Ratna for Manu Bhaker, Khel Ratna for chess champion Gukesh, and Khel Ratna also for Harmanpreet Singh, India's hockey champ. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee questions BSF over infiltration. BSF letting infiltrators slip in. That's what her big allegation is, and she will write to the centre, she has said. Andhra Pradesh government will not be taking any action on Adani Green. Government says no action till concrete proof is made available. AP Chief Minister says that he doesn't indulge in vendetta politics. Bangladesh court has denied bail to Hindu priest Chinmay Krishnadas. Chinmay Krishnadas has been denied bail. Chinmay Das's lawyer has said that he will appeal in High Court now. Meanwhile, FBI probes ISIS angle in the New Orleans vehicle attack case where 15 people got killed. The attacker has been identified as an Afghan war veteran. Chilling viral video of the attack has also been accessed. Madras High Court says Anna University case is being politicized. The High Court says no genuine focus on women's safety. Madras High Court makes a big observation in the Anna University sexual assault case, says the case is being politicized and that there's no genuine focus by political parties on improving women's safety. Well, in some breaking news, the Sports Ministry has said ace shooter and also Olympic medalist, in fact double medalist Manu Bhaker and also chess world champion D Gukesh will be amongst the 4 athletes who will be getting the Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna award. In fact, double Olympic medalist Manu Bhaker and world chess champion D Gukesh are among the 4 athletes who will be honoured with the Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna award on the 17th of January. This is a statement that has been issued by the Sports Ministry on Thursday. Manu's name, if you remember, was initially missing from the list of nominees for the Khel Ratna award, which is the highest sporting honour in the country. In fact, Indian men's hockey team captain Harmanpreet Singh and Paralympian Praveen Kumar will also be receiving the Khel Ratna award from the President of India, Draupadi Murmu, at a specifically organised function at Rashtrapati Bhavan in the capital of India, New Delhi, on the 17th of January. Based on the recommendations of the committee and after due scrutiny, government has decided to confer awards upon the following sportspersons, coaches, university and entity. That's what the ministry has said today in a statement. A big moment for 22-year-old Manu Bhaker, who became the first independent, India's first athlete to win 2 medals in a single edition of the Olympics with a bronze-winning show in the 10m air pistol individual and 10m air pistol mixed team events in August. In the same games, Harmanpreet Singh had led Indian hockey team to receive the second consecutive bronze medal. 18-year-old Gukesh, on the other hand, became the youngest ever world champion while also helping the Indian team win the historic gold in the Chess Olympiad last year. We have Shagun Chaudhary joining us as we discuss the implications of this moment for us. Shagun, tell us, big day for Manu Bhaker and other 3 athletes who will be receiving the Khel Ratna award. What are your initial thoughts?
My initial thoughts is a huge congratulations and is a reason for cheer for amongst all the athletes, because this is the highest recognition that an athlete can get in their country, and all the 4 athletes deserve it. And even though Manu was missing in the first list, but I'm happy that it got rectified, because she deserves all the accolades and more that she can get. And congratulations to all 4, and I couldn't be happier. This is such, Happy New Year to everyone. This is absolutely amazing.
Shagun, we talked about the self-nomination process that led to a lot of confusion in the earlier days because Manu's name was not earlier part of the list of nominees. What could be your suggestions to the ministry, to the government to avoid such kind of confusions? Because, the champions need to be recognized for their awards and recognitions, and it should not be left upon them to fill in forms, isn't it?
Absolutely. The thing is, we are athletes. We are not very well versed with the whole digital world about processes and all. We spend most of our time on the range, on our fields, right? So we barely get any time. So if Manu missed out, it is, the whole country recognizes her. So these kind of things should not happen. And in fact, any athlete that's deserving and as deserving as her should anyway be considered by the ministry and the government themselves. It shouldn't be left to the athlete to kind of apply for this process, because she is the only athlete from India that has ever won 2 medals in the same edition of the games. So missing out on the Khel Ratna, which is the highest recognition, would have been a complete disaster. But I'm glad that the government rectified it. And please don't leave these things to the athletes, because we have way too much on our plate. And like I said, we don't spend too much time in front of a computer filling up forms. So if this can be handled by the ministry and by the government, I think we'll be much more at ease, and we'll continue to do what we need to do, which is basically play and make the country proud.
Thank you, Shagun Chaudhary, for joining us. Satyanarayan, who's the chief coach of the Paralympic Committee, also joins us. Thank you, Mr. Satyanarayan. And what are your initial thoughts, sir, for athletes being awarded the prestigious Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna Award? One of them is also a Paralympian. We've all been made very proud by Paralympians last year. That has been the highlight of a sporting performance. Tell us, what are your initial thoughts?
See, what you told is exactly correct. It should be required, or nobody should put application. Yeah. Application, without application, people should get recognized.
Right.
Hello?
Yes, sir, we can hear you. Please go on.
See, without putting any application, award should be recognized. One. Again, this is the Olympic year. More Khel Ratna awards should be given for athletes.
Right.
More athletes. Reason, you must be knowing very well. See, India, now only you are looking on the Olympic arena. Before, you were not much medal you were getting in the Olympics or Paralympics. You should be increased on the, especially in the Paralympic, you should be increased the award, size of the awards. Khel Ratna, at least, even my para-athletes, some people, they won on the gold. Even last Paralympic Games also, they won the medal. They didn't get that. But my athletes are kept on the patience. They definitely, the next year, I am thinking this recognition will be done for my athletes.
My colleague Osama has been tracking sports very intently, joins us. Osama, tell us the highlight of, why is this moment so specifically important to us? Manu Bhaker's name was initially missing from the names of nominees, but of course, fortunately, she's made it to the list. There's been a lot of criticism on the self-nomination process, but that aside, tell us the importance of four athletes making it to the final list and all of them being awarded this highest honor when it comes to sporting talent.
Absolutely. Vasudha, this is probably the recognition that Manu Bhaker deserved, along with Harmanpreet Singh, the captain of the Indian hockey team, Praveen Kumar, the para-athlete there, and D Gukesh, who has had a stellar season. He won the candidates, the youngest to do that. Then he went on to become the youngest world champion. These are something that, as a 17-year-old, you could only dream of. Something that he has achieved, made the nation proud. Speaking specifically about Manu Bhaker there, Manu Bhaker, after that debacle at the Tokyo Olympics, the journey that she has had and the way that she has lifted herself, there was a moment in her time when Manu Bhaker was not very sure of continuing the sport, and she had spoken to NDTV earlier where she had said that there were a lot of doubts. She had in fact decided to quit the sport, decided to take up some other sport because she wasn't really doing well in shooting. But this is the kind of stories that everyone remembers, and this is the kind of story that everyone looks forward to and gets inspired from. And Manu Bhaker's story is one of those stories. Remember, like the panelists, like the experts, and everyone has been saying she probably deserved the Khel Ratna Award more than any other sports person in this country. And because of what she had gone through and then ultimately achieving what she did, specifically winning 2 Olympic medals in the same same edition of the Olympics. That is something that has not happened with any Indian athlete before. And this entire process of filling those forms and nominating yourself, etc., etc., and that is something that probably the government is going to look into and course correct it in the due course of time. But it is absolutely great news for India, for Indian sports. Manu Bhaker winning the Khel Ratna Award, along with the para-athlete Praveen Kumar, the Indian hockey captain Harmanpreet Singh, and D Gukesh there. Right. And I also want to ask Satya sir there. Satya sir, firstly, congratulations. It has been a tremendous year for athletics in India, and especially para-athletics. This is a record-breaking. This was a record-breaking Olympics for Paralympics for the Indian athletes. How happy are you with this entire recognition that Praveen has got?
So I'm this is very appreciated. And also I am also very happy. Even my para-athletes are motivated. Praveen is getting the Khel Ratna award. Other athletes also motivated. Upcoming Olympics also, this will help for my athletes to do more achievements in the next Olympics.
Absolutely. And, I also want to go across to our other guest there.
Shagun Chaudhary.
Shagun, Manu Bhaker, she has been the story. She has been, if there is somebody planning to do a movie on an Indian athlete, probably Manu Bhaker's name would be there right at the top of that list. What a story she has had. From Tokyo, where her pistol malfunctioned, after that a complete year, a year and a half, where she did not win anything. The only medals that she was getting was in team events. And from there to go on and win 2 Olympic medals, she could have won a 3rd Olympic medal in the same edition, and that would have been something absolutely extraordinary. But are you happy with the recognition that she is getting, especially the Khel Ratna Award for her?
You know, when Manu participated in the Tokyo Olympics, and I was talking to your channel specifically, and they had said, no, Manu Bhaker, there was too much hype around her, and she's done and dusted. And I made a statement back in 2021 that watch out for her in the next edition. What this girl did after dealing with the debacle that she did in the 2020 to come up again with so much resilience, perseverance, you have to understand the mental strength that this girl has, that she dealt with all that, started from scratch, went on to win 2 Olympic medals in the same edition, which has never been done before. It speaks a lot about her mental resilience. And as you said, if a movie has to be made about her journey, I mean, she is the perfect candidate, successful, good-looking, all of that. And so why not? And as far as getting the highest, I mean, she deserves the highest recognition. And like I said, it should not be left up to the athletes. The entire country was applauding her when she won the 2 medals. It should, like I said, we are terrible desk job people. We basically work really well in the fields, pretty badly off the fields. If that responsibility is taken off our shoulders to getting onto a computer and filling up Excel sheets and doing, and if the federations or the ministry themselves could do that for us, then things would be a lot more smoother. Having said that, I am really happy that she's been recognized for all the efforts, and it motivates her for the next edition in the LA 2028. And we look forward to, and not just her, but all the other athletes, because if she would have gone unrecognized this time, it would have been a huge damper for the athletes who'd be training, because after getting 2 medals and not being recognized, it would, that would have just been a really, really sorry state of affairs. But I'm glad that's been rectified, and she's got what she's rightfully deserved, and has inspired the entire nation to work as hard and be as resilient and disciplined in order to do the best that they can in their sport.
Thank you, Shagun Chaudhary, for joining us. Also, Dr. Satyapal Singh, who's India para coach, also joins us. Dr. Singh, congratulations. Praveen Kumar, somebody who made all of us proud, as a para athlete, also is one of the 4 athletes who will be honored with the Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna Award. Tell us, what are your initial thoughts, and what is the larger message that is being sent out here to the entire sporting community?
थैंक यू मैम। ये पैरा एथलीट्स के लिए और पैरा स्पोर्ट्स के लिए बहुत ही अच्छी बात है कि हमारे 17 एथलीट्स को अर्जुना अवार्ड दिया जा रहा है और हमारे एक एथलीट को खेल रत्ना दिया जा रहा है। आप सोच के देखिए, 18 साल की उम्र में पहला टोक्यो मेडल और 21 साल की उम्र में दूसरा पेरिस गोल्ड मेडल, उस एथलीट को, प्रवीण कुमार को, खेल रत्ना दिया जा रहा है। मैं सबको थैंक यू करता हूँ कि आप सभी लोग, हिंदुस्तान की जनता पैरा स्पोर्ट्स को इतना प्यार कर दे रही है। उसकी नतीजा है कि हम इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस कर पा रहे हैं।
Dr. Singh, Dr. Satyapal Singh, the government this time around, it has pushed a lot of, it has basically pushed para athletics especially in the forefront. There has been a lot of things done for para athletics this time around. Do you see that is also a result of all of that? Because we have seen so many programs, so many initiatives that have been undertaken by the authorities this time around in the last 4, 5 years, 6 years. Do you think that is also a result of that?
Yes. ये उसी का नतीजा है जो गवर्नमेंट हमें, जो सरकार है हमारी स्टेट राज्य की सरकार और हमारी केंद्र की सरकार हमें इतना सपोर्ट दे रही है, उसी का ये नतीजा है कि हम ओलंपिक लेवल पे ऐसा परफॉर्मेंस कर पा रहे हैं.
Also, thank you so much, Dr. Satyapal Singh. Shagun Chaudhary, I wanted to ask you, ma'am, what does it, what does the Desi honor, or for that matter, the country's highest sporting honor, mean to athletes and champions like you and Manu Bhaker? Because, there are so many honors that have been, given to you worldwide, globally. But what is that one thing from coming in from from India? How much does that mean to champions?
When your own country recognizes your efforts and honors you for those, it's the biggest high that any athlete could ever get, and it motivates us to work even harder for the future editions. So it's very important to recognize the athletes' effort and what they've done for the country to put them on the world map. Manu Bhaker is a known name globally now. India is a known name globally in the air rifle events because of her. So it inspires so many generations. This one award that will go to the athlete will inspire so many future generations to take up the sport, to bring their country onto the biggest pedestal worldwide, and to glorify sports in India. So like I said, a lot of youngsters will be watching the Khel Ratna on the 17th of January and will be saying that I want to be like her, and that is when the shift happens. When people want to be like a role model, that is when the shift happens, whether it's in sport or any other industry. And like I said again, congratulations to Manu. This is well deserved, and I'm really, really happy for her and for the shooting community.
Right. Thank you, Shagun. Also, Osama, tell us what more should the government be doing? Because finally, India is being taken seriously as a nation that's serious about sports. Tell us, what do these honors do in terms of motivating households to get their children into sports, and at the same time also inspiring athletes to do their best?
Absolutely. And Vasudha, when you look at the Indian sports in the last, say for example, 15, 20 years, what has changed specifically is the participation level has increased. And we are not just speaking about one or two sports, because India, as we all know, is a cricket-crazy nation. Everyone wants to become a cricketer. Everyone wants to play cricket. Everyone wants, there is IPL, there is other tournaments that are taking place. So everyone, they basically want to try their hands at cricket and do something with cricket. But at the same time, in the last 10, 15 years, what has happened is, because India has established itself on the global stage, you see the likes of Neeraj Chopra. What he did has basically inspired an entire generation. You are seeing so many people taking up that sport, and that is what basically these achievements and these recognitions do to these sports people and the entire the young people of this country. Everyone now wants to be a Neeraj Chopra. Everyone now wants to be a Manu Bhaker. Everyone's taking interest in chess. And when you look at that landscape, specifically when you talk about chess, these are 17, 18, 19-year-old kids who have become grandmasters, who are winning world championships, who are winning candidates, who are winning Olympiads, and that is something that has changed in the last 5, 10 years, 15 years now.
Sunil Taneja, who's a sports commentator, also joins us. Thank you, Mr. Taneja, for joining us on NDTV. You heard the news. Manu Bhaker and 3 others will be awarded the prestigious Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna Award. Tell us, what is the significance of this? What does this mean for India as a sporting country?
So it means a lot. First of all, thank you very much for having me on the show. It means a lot for us. And, Gukesh T, Manu Bhaker, Praveen Kumar, the para-athlete, and our very dear Sarpanch Sahab, Harmanpreet Singh, they're going to get the prestigious Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna Award. And I cannot be happier, because right now I am covering Hero Hockey India League as a commentator. And tonight Harmanpreet Singh is going to play. His team is going to play. So it's my great fortune that within a couple of hours, I'm going to get a picture clicked with the Khel Ratna Harmanpreet Singh. And this is the most prestigious sports award to be given to any sports person in India. And if you see the 4 sports persons, they come from very different, they belong to different sports. Harmanpreet is a hockey player, the Indian captain. Manu Bhaker, the only Indian player to win 2 medals in 1 Olympics. Praveen Kumar has won 2 medals at the Paralympics. And of course, Gukesh D, the teenager world champion of chess. So that shows that India is no more a single sport nation. We all love cricket. We all keep on loving cricket. But we all know about Manu Bhaker. We all want to watch hockey, and we all, want to see young sports persons like Gukesh D do well at the global stage. And of course, our great para-athletes who actually performed out of their skins in the Tokyo Paralympics as well as Paris Paralympics. So as a sports fan, as a sports commentator, I could not be happier.
Absolutely. And Vasudha, but the thing is, Sunil Taneja there, one of the finest voices when it comes to commentary. He has covered hockey, he has covered Olympic sports for so many years. And when it comes from Sunil Taneja himself, it means a lot. Sunil ji, in your iconic style, I just want to hear something something in praise of Manu Bhaker and our very own Sarpanch Harmanpreet Singh. This is a great moment for both these athletes, along with Praveen and Gukesh. But in your iconic voice, we want to hear something in the praise of these 2 athletes.
जब Olympics चल रहे थे, I coined this term Sarpanch Sahab for Harmanpreet Singh, and this is only my great fortune and also the good fortune of the word itself, Sarpanch Sahab. The reason I called him Sarpanch and he deserves this title is because we all know that Sarpanch is the head of a village who does good for the welfare of the village, and he leads by example. And it's a very small group that he leads, being the head of a village. So Sarpanch Harmanpreet Singh is the captain, the Sarpanch of Indian hockey teams. And let me tell you from my personal experience, and when I talk to the senior, super senior players of hockey, they all will agree on this fact that Harmanpreet Singh, despite being such a great player, he is the 3rd or 4th highest goal scorer for India ever. He's still a very, very humble man. Whenever you go to meet him, any senior player meets him, or a commentator meets him, or some of his fans meet him, he is really very humble, very grounded, and I think that makes him far more special. Of course, he's a world-class track flicker. And until a few years back, we had this not so good reputation that our hockey team used to lose the matches in the clutch moments. We were leading, or the match was going to be a draw, and we used to concede a goal in the dying moments and lose the match or draw already won match. But in the Paris Olympics, I think I saw it for the first time that not just once, but twice or thrice, we won the matches in the clutch moments. The matches we were supposed to lose or draw, we won those matches all thanks to Harmanpreet Singh. India used to manufacture a penalty corner in last 2 minutes, and Harman used to convert that very crucial penalty corner, including in that bronze medal match against Spain. So this is a hallmark of a absolute hockey legend. And, people like me and you, we are really fortunate that if we haven't seen the likes of the great Dada Dhyan Chand or even Sardar Balbir Singh Senior or even Mohammad Shahid Sahab, we are seeing a world-class legend like Harmanpreet Singh. And for Manu Bhaker, I coined a phrase that she is legend at 22. When I was 22, I was in my college struggling with medicine and surgery and trying to figure out that if I wanted to do the master degree next or want to go Canada like any other Punjabi or do what. At that age, at the age of 22, Manu Bhaker is double Olympic medalist, and she still has a long career ahead of her. And all those, nasty controversies aside, we are so proud of Manu Bhaker and her family that has supported her. And I really hope that she comes back with more medals in LA.
Right, sir. And a lot of that credit also goes to her coach, Jaspal Rana, there. Meanwhile, this entire row that we have been speaking about, what the government has basically said, that the fact that this list It wasn't prepared before, and it was presented and now approved by the minister. So that is something that we want to clarify to all our audience as well.
And Manu Bhaker has made it, and that's what really matters, isn't it?
Absolutely. All right, time now for a very short break. More on the other side.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola Edge 50 Pro, world's first AI-powered pro-grade camera.
Khel Ratna Award for Manu Bhaker, also chess champion Gukesh and Harmanpreet Singh. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee questions BSF over infiltration now. BSF letting infiltrators slip in. Mamata Banerjee will also be writing to the centre. Andhra Pradesh government says no action will be taken on Adani Green. Andhra Pradesh government says no action till concrete proof. In fact, the Chief Minister said that he doesn't indulge in vendetta politics. Bangladesh court denies bail to Hindu monk Chinmay Krishna Das. He's been denied bail. His lawyer, in fact, has said that they will appeal in High Court now.
We are able to maintain the democratic fabric and the democratic system.
I want to do something that can make a difference.
लगातार जनता की आवाज को सरकार तक पहुंचाने का काम मैं करता हूं.
I was a student up until very recently. I really want to work and do something for my people because they have given me this opportunity. They have elected me.
सोचा नहीं था कि राज्यसभा सांसद बनूंगी.
Mahakumbh, a festival of faith, the world's biggest spiritual festival, the divine dip at the spiritual Sangam, a sacred confluence of faith, culture and heritage. NDTV's mega coverage of the Mega Fest. NDTV at Mahakumbh 2025.
2024, the year that was, when India welcomed Ram. When India decided,
मैं नरेंद्र दामोदर दास मोदी,
when Jammu and Kashmir turned a historic leaf.
As Chief Minister for the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir.
When India mourned. When India celebrated. When India protested. When India felt proud. When India scaled new heights. NDTV brought it all to you. Your trusted news destination. Yesterday, today and tomorrow.
Ahead of the upcoming Delhi polls, Prime Minister Narendra Modi's big Delhi blitz tomorrow. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be inaugurating multiple projects in Delhi. He will also be opening the World Trade Center in Nauroji Nagar. He will be inaugurating government quarters in South Delhi. A new CBSE complex will come up at Dwarka. That will also be inaugurated by the Prime Minister tomorrow. A new Veer Savarkar College in Delhi University, also part of the plans, part of the projects that the Prime Minister will be inaugurating tomorrow. And also new EWS apartments in Northwest Delhi is also part of the projects that the Prime Minister will be inaugurating tomorrow.
विश्वविद्यालय के लिए बहुत ही खुशी और गर्व की बात है कि कल भारत के आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी 3 प्रोजेक्ट्स की आधारशिला रखेंगे। एक तो ईस्ट दिल्ली कैंपस जो आएगा हमारा ईस्ट दिल्ली के अंदर आ रहा है, दूसरा वेस्ट दिल्ली कैंपस और तीसरा सावरकर कॉलेज जो कि रोशनपुरा नजफगढ़ के अंदर एस्टैब्लिश हो रहा है। तो ये बहुत ही अच्छी बात है कि 3 नए प्रोजेक्ट्स आएंगे। भारत सरकार की ये एक योजना है कि शिक्षा में का विस्तार हो, अच्छी शिक्षा, सस्ती शिक्षा सबको उपलब्ध हो। ये इस दिशा में जो सरकार की योजना है दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय उसमें अग्रसर भूमिका निभाने का प्रयास कर रहा है।
My colleague Aishwarya joins us with more details on this. Aishwarya, the Prime Minister has always been very sentimental when he talks about Delhi University. He'll be inaugurating a new college tomorrow named after Veer Savarkar, and also will be inaugurating the World Trade Center, which also in some ways replaces several outdated commercial establishments. In some ways, this will be the Prime Minister sending out a message of development in New Delhi right before Delhi elections. Tell us, what are the big projects that he is likely to inaugurate tomorrow?
Well, certainly it will be Prime Minister Narendra Modi who is set to inaugurate and lay the foundation stone of multiple significant development projects in the national capital. Of course, 3 university complexes, one in East Delhi, one in West Delhi, and one in Nazafgarh, which is Veer Savarkar complex, would be inaugurated tomorrow. This will be in Roshanpura, Nazafgarh, and Prime Minister will be laying foundation stone of that as well. There would be inauguration of 1,675 newly constructed flats for the economically weaker section at Swabhiman Apartments, Ashok Vihar, and also inaugurations of 2 urban development projects, World Trade Center at Nauroji Nagar, which was also Prime Minister Narendra Modi who laid the foundation stone under the GPRA Type 2 quarters at Sarojini Nagar. Certainly, the Congress party has jumped into the inauguration of Veer Savarkar College in Nazafgarh. It is the Congress party who has stated that why Veer Savarkar College, why not any other freedom fighter who has sacrificed their life for the sovereignty and freedom of the country. And had they named the college after either one of them, it would have been tribute to them as well. But the Congress party attacked the Bharatiya Janata Party as they have stated that there has been no leaders or icons. They are promoting and legitimizing those who supported the British Raj. So clearly politics over the name of Veer Savarkar College in Nazafgarh, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be laying the foundation stone tomorrow, has already begun. But certainly 3 new campuses will bring more opportunity for the students to get admissions in Delhi University.
Right. Thank you, Aishwarya, for joining us with those details. Several developmental projects to be inaugurated by the Prime Minister tomorrow in the capital of India. Moving on to other stories, West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has launched a scathing attack on the BSF, and this time over infiltration, saying that the BSF is responsible for infiltration and the entry of terrorists to disrupt West Bengal. Big claim by the Chief Minister there of West Bengal. The Chief Minister did not even spare the district magistrates as well for not keeping the state informed on infiltration from Bangladesh and making adjustments with the BSF. Mamata Banerjee, who is also the chief of TMC, has said that gundas are being sent through the border and this is being done by the BSF, and that it is a blueprint of the union government to support terror to disturb Bengal. She said that she'll also be writing to the centre about this. The Chief Minister made these comments at an administrative meeting with DMs and top officials of the state administration. Mamata Banerjee has said that some people are trying to shift responsibility of the BSF to the Trinamool Congress. She has also said that DMs are not fulfilling the responsibility and that she would be writing a strong letter to the union government over all of this.
বর্ডার গার্ড তৃণমূল কংগ্রেস যায় না,
বর্ডার গার্ড বিএসএফ দেয়, এমনকি পুলিশও দেয় না, কিন্তু পুলিশের কাছে জেলার ইনফরমেশান থাকে যখন ঢুকে যাচ্ছে কোথায় যাচ্ছে। এখানে গুন্ডা পাঠিয়ে দেওয়া হচ্ছে, বর্ডার দিয়ে খুন করছে চলে যাচ্ছে, এই রকম লোক পাঠানো হচ্ছে। এটা বিএসএফের অনেক ভেতরকার কাজ। এর মধ্যে কেন্দ্রীয় সরকারের একটা ব্লুপ্রিন্ট আছে।
हंसी आती है कि बंगाल की सरकार रेड कारपेट बिछा दे बांग्लादेश के लिए, और अभिषेक बनर्जी अभिषेक जी बांग्लादेशियों पर राजनीति करें। आज बांग्लादेशी घुसपैठ बंगाल एक नर्सरी बन गया है।
My colleague Saurabh Gupta, who tracks West Bengal for us, joins us with more details on this. Saurabh, tell us the main points of what Mamata Banerjee said today and how has the centre or the BJP responded to that?
Well, you know, I mean, the comments of Mamata Banerjee came in the backdrop of, the administrative meeting, and she, of course, was very livid about the death of a Trinamool Congress leader in Malda. She pulled up the, SP of the district, and immediately after that, she moved on to the issue of infiltration. Now, this is something that the Trinamool has maintained in the past as well, that they've had issues with the way in which the BSF functions. However, the BJP in the past has said that the Trinamool Congress government doesn't give land to the BSF, doesn't cooperate with the BSF. So, again, the radius of the BSF, the functionality radius of the BSF, all of these have been long pending issues between the Trinamool government and the BSF. But today, of course, Mamata Banerjee took it a step further. She said, of course, that the BSF was allowing people in, and this was being done as a blueprint of the union government, and that there was an attempt to destabilize Bengal, and she believes it's an internal job of the BSF. That is, of course, something that is a very, very serious allegation. The BJP specifically to these allegations is yet to respond, but this is a very serious allegation that the Chief Minister of West Bengal has made, and of course she's hit out at the union government. She said she's going to write a protest letter like you mentioned, and that protest letter is likely to be sent to the centre soon. But it's not just the BSF, she didn't spare the DMs either. She said, and not even the police. She said the police have information about infiltration, they're not sharing it. She also said that the DMs, are making adjustments with the BSF. So it's not just the BSF. She also attacked, and pulled up, the police and the district magistrates as well.
Right. Also, Saurabh, yesterday we saw Himanta Biswa Sharma, the Chief Minister of Assam, also make very similar claims, and he also talked about West Bengal there. Tell us, how serious is the infiltration problem when it comes to the state of West Bengal, and is this the first time that Mamata Banerjee is blaming the centre or the BSF for this?
Not the first time, definitely. She's blamed the BSF for infiltration, and she says that it's the responsibility of the BSF to guard the border. It's not the responsibility of the state government. In fact, she said today some people are trying to shift that responsibility on the Trinamool Congress. And if you see, she began her bite with, it's not the Trinamool Congress's job to guard the border, or the state government, or even the police. That is the responsibility of the BSF. Having said that, infiltration per se is a huge issue, especially given the circumstances in Bangladesh and the situation in Bangladesh at this point. And with the volatile situation in Bangladesh, what has happened is there is also an attempt by radical elements to move. There's been a passport issuance issue. So all of these things culminating in Mamata Banerjee's comments.
Right. Thank you, Saurabh, for joining us with those important details. Moving on to other stories. A Bangladesh court has now denied bail to Hindu monk Chinmay Krishnadas Brahmachari. Remember, this was the same priest who had been booked in a sedition case in November last year for allegedly disrespecting a Bangladesh flag. A team of 11 lawyers participated in his bail hearing today, as his lawyer could not make an appearance in court. He's been hospitalized. The priest's legal team is planning to move the High Court in Bangladesh. Following the rejection of his bail plea on the 26th of November, clashes had erupted between protesters and police outside Chattogram Court premises, resulting in the killing of one advocate who was called Saiful Islam Alif.
ये बहुत दुखद खबर है। हम जानते हैं कि पूरे विश्व की नज़र इस हियरिंग पर थी और सभी लोग आशा कर रहे थे कि 9 वर्ष में चिन्मय कृष्ण प्रभु को मुक्ति मिलेगी, वो आज़ाद होंगे। लेकिन 42 दिन के बाद भी जब ये आज हियरिंग हुई तो उनके बेल को रिजेक्ट कर दिया गया। लेकिन एक पॉजिटिव खबर ये है कि एटलीस्ट आज उनके जो 10-11 लॉयर थे वो लोग उनके पक्ष में खड़े होकर कोर्ट में उनका पक्ष रख सके। बांग्लादेश गवर्नमेंट को इंश्योर करना चाहिए कि चिन्मय कृष्ण प्रभु को जस्टिस मिले। तो ये जो खबर आई है बहुत ही दुखद है।
Well, I think it's very sad. It's tragic. It's a travesty of justice that Chinmoy Krishnadass Brahmachari has been once again denied bail. And, even the reason for his arrest, they've charged him with a very serious charge of sedition. But there's no evidence that has been given. They're talking about some rally on October 25th and that the flag of ISKCON or the flag of his organization, the Sammilit Sanatani Jagran Jyot, that was higher than but there's no evidence.
Absence of his lawyer who has been hospitalized perhaps has impacted the outcome of this bail hearing.
Well, the first thing to remember is that in Bangladesh today, there is no rule of law. In Bangladesh, the interim regime forced out the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court and the 5 next senior-most justices of the Supreme Court. This has had a chilling effect on the judiciary. Then there have been thousands and thousands of arrests. Just in 1 week in October, according to official counts, more than 7,000 political detainees were locked up. So given the scale of arbitrary arrests and given the manner in which the judiciary has been completely suborned, it's no surprise that Chinmoy, the Hindu monk, who had been leading mass protests against the persecution of the Hindus, has been denied bail. In fact, the regime has succeeded in its objective by jailing Chinmoy, the Hindu monk. Before his arrest, he had organized massive demonstrations against the violent attacks on the Hindu minority, and those demonstrations were internationally covered. And that was an embarrassment to the interim regime, which has the full backing of the Islamists. So by jailing one key individual, the leader of the mass protests, they managed to achieve their objective.
Right, Mr. Chilani, also when we talk about, the Indian government, they're saying that it's hopeful of a fair and transparent trial while voicing concerns about targeted attacks on minorities at large. What is the step forward?
I think the Indian government has to speak up. There's little else that the Indian government can do. Needs to shine a spotlight on what's happening in Bangladesh, the absence of rule of law, the fact that the regime in power lacks constitutional legitimacy or mandate. If the Indian government doesn't speak up, who else will speak up? After all, there are 3 powerful forces backing the present regime in Bangladesh: the Islamists, the military, and the United States. Now, 3 very powerful forces are supporting this regime, which makes India's task quite difficult. But it makes it even more imperative for India to speak up.
Well, Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister N. Chandrababu Naidu has said that the Solar Energy Corporation of India's agreement to purchase power from the Adani Group was an advantage for the state government, and any action on the bribery charges would be taken only after a thorough examination of the records. In fact, the Chief Minister said that the state government cannot scrap contracts unless there is adequate proof of irregularities. He said, and I quote, "We have to pay high penalties if we scrap these contracts. Unless there is clear proof, we cannot take action. We will move ahead as per the provisions of law after examining the records." That's what the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Chandrababu Naidu, has said today.
So what Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu has said is that they cannot just vindictively, for the sake of political kind of a revenge, they are not going to be cancelling any kind of contracts until such time that they do not get any concrete proof. They are not going to be taking any kind of a punitive action. He has also pointed out that unilaterally cancelling contracts is going to be something that will invite very, very strict penalty on the government itself. 3 things that he has said. One, that the agreement with the Solar Energy Corporation of India was in fact something that was beneficial to the government of Andhra Pradesh because it was giving power at a cheap rate. The government does have the indictments that the Securities Exchange and Commission in the US has given and named a foreign official number one. But Mr. Chandrababu Naidu has pointed out that no concrete proof has really come about in this particular context, and that's the reason why they are not going to take any action as of now. And he has said that we will move as per the provisions of the law after examining the records. And this, of course, he said at the TDP headquarters in Mangalgiri. And he said also that the cancelling of contracts is not an option because they need to have proof. What I must point out is that on the 22nd of November, Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu had said in the floor of the assembly that they could in fact consider taking action on this if the allegations were proved. But as of now, they found no reason to think that there was any proof in this matter.
Well, moving on, multiple chilling videos from the New Orleans shooting scene show people ducking, running and hiding as a man opened fire indiscriminately after ramming his pickup truck into New Year revelers. In fact, 15 people have been killed and 30 or more have been injured in this after this truck came crashing and shooting incident at Bourbon Street in New Orleans, prompting the mayor to term this as a terrorist attack. The intention behind the terrorist attack has not been ascertained yet. Police described the driver, Shamsuddin Jabbar, as a terrorist, while the FBI has said an ISIS flag was also located inside the vehicle, using another name for the Islamic State armed group. According to Pentagon, Jabbar has served in the army as a human resources specialist and an IT specialist from 2007 to 2015 and then in the Army Reserve till 2020.
I'm not going to comment till I speak to the group later. I've spoken to every member of the agency, from the CIA to our national security team, to our FBI, NSC, and we're gathering all the, and I spent a lot of time with the government, with the mayor.
What was your reaction when you heard what happened?
Well, the reaction was one of anger and frustration.
Well, time for a short break. More news and updates on the other side.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola Edge 50 Pro, world's first AI-powered pro-grade camera.
In today's interconnected world, India's voice is more crucial than ever. When India speaks, the world listens. At NDTV World, we are that voice, bringing you intelligent and insightful news from India and beyond. From geopolitics and diplomacy to economic shifts, migrations, tech disruptions, and the stories of our diaspora. We cover the news that shapes our global future. NDTV World, your new home for global news, is here.
I've been reporting on all issues big and small from Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, rest of South India, bringing you all the action, all that you need to know, all that you want to know.
The energy of Maximum City is infectious. I bring in that energy in our news coverage from financial capital Mumbai.
Covering from the southernmost part of India over the last 23 years, I bring in-depth and 360-degree coverage from the Dravidian heartland.
The land of Mishti is also known for its bitter politics. I have seen much water flow under the Howrah Bridge, covering Bengal in all its vivid colors.
Mahakumbh, a festival of faith, the world's biggest spiritual festival. The divine dip at the spiritual Sangam. A sacred confluence of faith, culture and heritage. NDTV's mega coverage of the Mega Fest. NDTV at Mahakumbh 2025.
We are able to maintain the democratic fabric and the democratic system.
I want to do something that can make a difference.
लगातार जनता की आवाज को सरकार तक पहुंचाने का काम मैं करता हूं.
I was a student up until very recently. I really want to work and do something for my people because they have given me this opportunity. They have elected me.
सोचा नहीं था कि राज्यसभा सांसद बनूंगी.
Welcome back. TMC leader Babla Sarkar, also known as Dulal, was shot dead today. He was shot at by assailants today. TMC leader killed in broad daylight. In fact, TMC Supremo and West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has posted on X about this. The killers opened fire on the TMC leader Babla Sarkar, Vice President of the district Malda in North Bengal, also an elected councillor. He was shot dead by a few people in broad daylight today, and it was initially reported that 3 miscreants on a bike came and fired consecutive shots at Babla Sarkar. What we understand is that the state government has also urged police to take swift action. He was also called Dulal Sarkar. He was receiving treatment at the Malda Medical Hospital, but reports indicate that he was targeted from a close range and he was struck by 3 bullets. Mamata Banerjee has talked about this incident, and she has said on X in her post, my close associate and a very popular leader Babla Sarkar has been murdered today. My colleague Saurabh Gupta has been tracking this, joins us. Saurabh, tell us a little bit about the TMC councillor Babla Sarkar or Dulal, who was killed today. The Chief Minister herself has posted on X about his murder. Tell us, what do we know so far, and is the police investigating this case?
Well, the Chief Minister actually in that administrative meeting that took place pulled up the police. In fact, she said it was the failure of the police that led to this. In fact, this was of course what we were given to understand from Malda is that 3 shooters apparently on a bike came and fired consecutive shots at the Trinamool leader. And bullets hit his body. Now, initially, of course, he was critical and rushed to Malda Medical College and Hospital. And of course, that is something that happened. So this is, then of course, you can see that CCTV footage also that's emerged. And police, of course, are recording statements of witnesses and checking all the CCTV footage. But this, of course, also led to, after pulling up the police for this incident, the Chief Minister went on to also talk about the districts and how, of course, the police cannot be focusing on the border. The police have to look at, law and order in the district, etc. And then, of course, she went on to attack the BSF, like we've been reporting earlier in the day. But the Chief Minister was quite upset with the Trinamool leader being shot dead like this. And, of course, has pulled up the police as well. In fact, specifically, she named the SP of the district, and that is something that has happened as well. So obviously, this is a very, very, of course, the Trinamool has lost a local leader, but largely the implications of that are what the Chief Minister said about the police and the functioning of the police, and she said, that the police have to be concerned about law and order, and also, this cannot, of course, carry on.
Right. Thank you, Saurabh Gupta, for joining us with those details. Moving on to other stories. Madras High Court has made some serious observations on the Anna University sexual assault case. The High Court has said that the assault case is being politicized now and that political parties have no real focus on women's safety. In fact, the Madras High Court today said that the alleged sexual assault case at Anna University is being politicized. Justice P. Velmurugan of the Madras High Court made these remarks when PMK advocate K. Balu made a mention of the state police denying permission for a protest over the issue by the party's women's wing. Responding to the same, the judge said that protests are being used by political parties to attract media attention and not out of any genuine concern for women's safety. Anna University sexual assault case is being politicized. There's no genuine concentration on women's safety. That's what the High Court observed today. Remember, on the 23rd of December, a 19-year-old was sexually assaulted on the campus of the Anna University campus, and a male friend was also beaten up. The case is under investigation by Tamil Nadu police. Time for a short break. More news and updates on the other side.
(2024), the year that was, when India welcomed Ram, when India decided,
मैं नरेंद्र दामोदर दास मोदी,
when Jammu and Kashmir turned a historic leaf,
as Chief Minister for the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir,
when India mourned, when India celebrated, when India protested, when India felt proud, when India scaled new highs, NDTV brought it all to you, your trusted news destination, yesterday, today and tomorrow.
today's interconnected world, India's voice is more crucial than ever. When India speaks, the world listens. At NDTV World, we are that voice, bringing you intelligent and insightful news from India and beyond. From geopolitics and diplomacy to economic shifts, migrations, tech disruptions, and the stories of our diaspora. We cover the news that shapes our global future. NDTV World, your new home for global news is here.
I've been reporting on all issues big and small from Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, rest of South India, bringing you all the action, all that you need to know, all that you want to know.
The energy of Maximum City is infectious. I bring in that energy in our news coverage from financial capital Mumbai.
Covering from the southernmost part of India over the last 23 years, I bring in-depth and 360-degree coverage from the Dravidian heartland.
The land of Mishti is also known for its bitter politics. I have seen much water flow under the Howrah Bridge, covering Bengal in all its vivid colors.
Mahakumbh, a festival of faith. The world's biggest spiritual festival. The divine dip at the spiritual Sangam. A sacred confluence of faith, culture and heritage. NDTV's mega
Sources say that Rohit Sharma is likely to be rested in the Sydney test and Bumrah is going to be leading the test team. Prime Minister Modi set to inaugurate Veer Savarkar College for Delhi University tomorrow. The Congress hits out, says BJP has no icons of its own and that Savarkar supported the British. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee questions BSF over infiltration charge. BSF is letting infiltrators slip in, says Mamata Banerjee in a letter to the centre. Khel Ratna Award for Manu Bhaker, chess champion D Gukesh, Indian hockey team captain Harmanpreet Singh and para-athlete Praveen Kumar. Andhra Pradesh government says that there will be no action taken on Adani Green till there is concrete proof. Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister says that I don't indulge in vendetta politics. FBI probes ISIS angle in the New Orleans vehicle attack which killed 15 people. New Orleans attacker identified as an Afghan war veteran. Chilling viral video of the attack accessed. Madras High Court makes big observation in the Anna University sexual assault case, says the case is being politicized and no genuine focus is on women's safety by political parties. Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV 24/7. I'm Osama Shab. Big news coming in from Sydney. Sources suggest that Rohit Sharma, the current captain of the Indian cricket team, he is likely to be rested in the Sydney Test. Sources also suggest that Jasprit Bumrah, who led Team India in the first match, he's set to lead Team India in the Sydney Test as well. Remember, it hasn't been a great BGT, the Border Gavaskar Trophy, for Rohit Sharma as well as Virat Kohli. And Rohit Sharma, being the captain, he has only scored 31 runs in this particular series. And there have been a lot of speculations with respect to Rohit Sharma's form, with respect to whether he is going to continue in the his red ball career post this series. There have been also speculations about his place in the team, especially with Gautam Gambhir doing that press conference, a very fiery press conference there earlier in the day, where when he was asked about Rohit Sharma's place in the team, whether he is going to be, why is he not there at the press conference, he very stern, in a very stern manner, said that the coach of the Indian cricket team is here and that should be enough. And as far as the team composition is concerned, it will only be revealed before the test match. And from what we understand at this moment, sources are suggesting that Rohit Sharma, he is likely to be rested. In fact, my colleague Rika joins us to get us more on this. Rika, is this the end of Rohit Sharma's red ball career?
It is very difficult to say that it is the end of Rohit Sharma's red ball career. Speculations have been rife that he's already played his last test match in Melbourne. What we are getting to know at this point is that he will be rested for the fifth and final test in Sydney. It's because Rohit Sharma has been in passive form. He has scored only 1 run more than the number of wickets Jasprit Bumrah has taken in this series. He scored 31 and Jasprit Bumrah has taken 30 wickets in the series, just to put things in context. And Rohit Sharma's bad form, comes at the end of a year which has been quite significant for him, phenomenal in many ways, having won the T20 World Championship, also having become a father for a second time. Many highs in this year, but at the end of the year, it seems Rohit Sharma's red ball form gave away. And now, after the series loss against New Zealand 3-0, and here in the new year, we are looking down the barrel, having won the test in Perth, we went down, and right now we are 2-1 behind in the series. And Sydney is our best chance to square the series, though we still do not know if that will take us to the World Test Championship final, because there will have to be some results going our way, particularly Australia taking on Sri Lanka. They will have to lose some matches against Sri Lanka.